What's up guys, it's Alex here, your friendly Reef Talk, and today I'm going to give you my long-term thoughts on the Jecod/Jebao range of return pumps and power heads. Now if it's your first time at the channel and you want weekly reefing goodness, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out on anything. Right, let's get stuck in. I've been using Jecod pumps for about 4 years now, and I currently have an SOW4 that I use in my in-sump frag tank and a DCP 4000 return pump. I've previously done a review of the Jecod SW8 powerhead, and it's a really good summary of the main things you need to know, so this video will be a quick summary of a few other things you should know and my long-term thoughts. And I'm going to kick straight off with the best thing about Jecod pumps, and it's not even the price. They are quiet. Historically, my main problem with these was the motor noise they gave out. But since they introduced sine wave technology, whatever that is, in around 2018, both their return pumps and power heads are now noticeably quieter. And I'd say they're now at ecotech levels of silence. Before, I could feel them vibrating the glass and could hear them humming from the other side of my living room. But now I can't feel any vibrations on the glass, and I can only hear the motor noise if I turn off all my other equipment and concentrate. And that's despite the fact that I haven't cleaned the DCP 4000 return pump in the 2 years I've had it. Bad Alex. Now I don't have the larger pumps, and while I'd imagine they're the same, I can't say for sure. My SOW4 powerhead lives in my 43 litre SPS frag tank. It's rated at 4,000 litres per hour, and it's fine for a small space like this, but in most tanks I personally find them a little underpowered. For LPS and softy tanks, it's probably not so much of an issue, but in my experience of Jecods, you're always better to go one size bigger than you think you need. They are also a bit of a faff to clean. You can take them apart for easy access, but it always takes me ages to reassemble them when I'm done. But for me, the answer is to soak them in an RO water and citric acid bath. I use about 20 grams of citric acid to a litre of water, which does the job nicely over a couple of hours. Top tip, if you lick citric acid granules, it tastes like Haribo. Pricing is generally stable in most shops, but if you buy on eBay direct from China, you will save a few quid. Although looking on eBay opens you up to the confusing naming conventions. I've lost track of the number of different names Jecod use, and I couldn't tell you if there's a difference between most models, or if it's just a way of getting around copyright issues. So personally, I feel I know what I'm getting from my local fish shop, so I'd avoid eBay or go second hand, with post 2018 sine wave models being the way to go. From memory, I've had at least 6 Jecod pumps, and I have had a failure. That was the SW8 I reviewed 2 years ago. I'd been using it as a salt mixing pump for the last 2 years, and I don't think it liked being out of salt water for a week at a time. I used to have to kickstart it every time I used it, and it eventually packed up completely after about 3 or 4 years of use. Now I'm generally a bit of a brand snob, and for my display tank I do still favour Vortec MP40s, but for the money you just can't beat Jecods. And anecdotally, I dare say they have a similar or maybe even better reliability record than Ecotech pumps. And I'm going to take a punt and say there will be lots of positive reviews in the comment section, so have a look below and see what everybody else says. Now while they are very good pumps, you do still get what you pay for, and many people will find that they're better off with something like a Tunzi or an Ecotech if they've got the budget. But there is absolutely nothing wrong with using Jecod powerheads on your tank, and I wouldn't mind saying your corals will grow just as quickly as with a more expensive pump. If you enjoyed the video then give me a thumbs up and subscribe for next week, and until next time, happy reefing.